another week of meal prep. Sorry about my finger there. And of course, I'm going to be using this book. Next week, I think Aiden comes into town, so we won't be using this book. He wants it, old favorites that I've made. So this is going to be last week of probably the year that I'm going to use this book. And then I'll have to use my tried and true recipes, which I'll take you along with. And I'm going to have to figure out how to cook once for all those recipes. I think I figured it out, but we'll see. So this week I am doing week 10, which is brisket, bell peppers, and potatoes. I have a brisket in the freezer it's in the fridge right now that I need to cook. So that's the reason why I'm going off with this recipe. As you know, as I said last week, I'm trying to clean out my freezer a little bit. So I'm seeing what meats I have to pull them out and use. This is the weekly ingredients right here. I've already written down the stuff that I need. There's quite a bit of stuff, especially on the pantry items that I have. Now, arrowroot, I can't remember if I have it or not. I will check, but if I don't, I'm not going to buy arrowroot powder for the stir-fry sauce. I'll just use cornstarch. Another thing, for prep day, I'm going to be cooking the brisket today in the slow cooker because it takes 8 hours. And that way I can go ahead and get it cooked and out of the way for today and not wait all day on Sunday. And then Sunday we will be making the rest of these meals. But these are the dinners that's going to be happening this week. It's a Philly cheesesteak loaded fries. Those look so good. The next one is pepper steak stir fry. And last one is gyro salad with garlic potato wedges. So now that I have my grocery list already right in here, last week we did a really, really big haul on a lot of lunches. There's a few things that I need for lunch this week, not very much. So hopefully I'm not spending $200 at the grocery store. I'm so glad that I actually do save up Christmas food money throughout the year for the meals. Because some of this is stuff for Christmas dinner. $131.89. Now, I will say, let's see here, $24 of it were sodas. Because we start stocking up on sodas because we've got kids coming in and they're going to want sodas. So, we always buy Mountain Dew real sugar. And we have like 12 packs of that, so we can stop buying those. And then we'll get like a Lipton tea, or if I'm out of Pepsi, we'll get Pepsi for me, or Dr. Pepper for my son. So we try to stock up on that as much as possible. For like Thanksgiving, they went through, I think, 12 packs in one day. So they're adults, and we've got Aiden staying with us, so we're trying to stock up on all this stuff. All right. You ready for a grocery haul? Here it comes. The grocery haul from Berkshire's and from the farmer's market. So, as I said, some of this is for Christmas dinner. This is some peppermint candy, candy canes. I put these on the tree about Christmas time for all the kids. So, even though they're grown up, they get that. Honey Crisp apple cider, because, we got to have wassail at Christmas, and this was on sale. Got 3 bags of chips because they were on sale. I got Cheetos, cheddar jalapeno crunch, and then Fritos. I got more flour because I'm baking a lot and I'm going through flour like you would not believe. I also got some powdered sugar. I got some pumpkin spice creamer for me. It was cheaper than what I normally get my almond milk. And I actually read the ingredients. It was pretty natural. So I was like, okay, we'll try it. I got an orange bell pepper, a yellow bell pepper, because they were 99 cents. Okay. I got 2 green peppers. They were 79 cents. 2 lemons, 5 pounds of potatoes, a yellow onion. The only cucumber they had, regular cucumber, looked really sad. But all they had was English cucumbers. So I got that. And some romaine lettuce, feta cheese, some finely shredded mild cheddar cheese, provolone medium cheddar. These are slices. I got some tomato soup for me because I was craving it this week. Beef broth, some Greek yogurt, sliced olives, French onion dip because we do snack around here quite a bit, and it's just easier to buy this. This is on sale too. It's really good, that brand. We need lunch meat, and this was the same price as me buying a pound of just turkey or a pound of ham. It's a pound and a quarter, and it's both smoked ham and white turkey, so we're good with that. Because it's getting colder, I bought some instant oatmeal, more hot dogs for James for lunch, and buns. This is actually for the gumbo that I'm going to be making for Christmas part of it, and they had it was buy one get one for a penny. So it was chicken thighs. So I paid $7.47 actually, because the second one was a penny for all these size. Got 2 loaves of honey wheat bread, and then this is 3 dozen of these. Look how beautiful every one of them is, like this beautiful eggs. All right, I'm gonna put this all away, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Well, actually, I'll see you in a few moments so that we can get the brisket going. All right, the brisket's in. I've got it with about 2 cups of beef broth. I'm just gonna let it cook, and I'll come through the day, and I'll put some salt on it a little bit, and I'll just let it cook through till it gets really tender. Right, so it's Sunday morning. Well, it's Sunday afternoon. It's like, well, mid-morning. Time to start prepping. So I went ahead and I got the brisket all cooked. It is in the fridge. It says to refrigerate the brisket whole or in 3 pieces if you cooked in the Instant Pot overnight to make it easier to slice later on that week. So it's in a Ziploc baggie in the fridge. So the first thing I need to do is I need to cut up my potatoes. I've got my oven heating up to 450 degrees. I'm going to add olive oil, salt, and pepper to it, and then bake that for, it says 30 minutes, and then turn the potatoes over, which I just shake it. And I shake the pan, and then to cook for an additional 20 minutes. And then we're going to store for later on in the week. Once I get that in the oven, I'm going to start cooking the rice. If you're doing paleo or grain-free, use cauliflower rice. I've got a rice cooker, so I'm just going to throw it in the rice cooker, and then we're going to make some stir-fry sauce. But first, we need to cut up the potatoes. saw the rice and you saw me do the potatoes. I also have a pot here with potatoes and water. I'm making some baked potato soup for later on this week. It's not in the book, it's just our extra meal. I also put in 4 slices of bacon into the oven as well. I'm gonna bake that for 12 minutes, but that's for the baked potato soup. So moving on to this. The next thing I need to do is I need to make the stir fry sauce for this week. What it calls for is a 1/2 cup of chicken broth, 1/2 cup of coconut aminos, 1½ teaspoons of rice wine, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And it also calls for arrowroot powder. I don't have that, but I have cornstarch and of course sea salt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything cut up, and in a small saucepan I'm going to bring everything over to a simmer, except for I'm not going to add the arrowroot or cornstarch, and I'm not going to add the salt, just all the other ingredients for about 5 minutes. Let it reduce just a little, then I'll put in the cornstarch. So that's the next thing. Let's get going. There is the stir fry sauce. It is being made up. I mean, it's just cooling off in this bowl over here before I put it in a jar. Next up, I need to make the Greek dressing. I need 1/4 cup of lemon juice, about 2 lemons, red wine vinegar, some olive oil. So I need to mix the vinegar and the lemon juice together, and then while whisking those together constantly, I need to drizzle in the olive oil and keep whisking until it's all combined, and then I put in the seasoning. This shouldn't take very long. You can hear the rice cooker going. All right, so there is the dressing. Next thing I need to do is saute the bell peppers and yellow onion. So I need to mince this up in my mincer and then cut up the green, yellow, and orange bell pepper. I need to cut them in thin slices, and I'm going to heat everything over a skillet and let it cook until the veggies are slightly brown and cooked through. I'm also going to add a tablespoon of avocado oil to the saucepan. So let me get this cut up, and then I'll show you everything else. Got that steaming right behind you, cooling down the bell peppers. Now I need to take half of this cucumber and dice it up, and I need to chop up the salad, and I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc baggie with a paper towel and just mark it for the rest of the week. We'll use the other half of the cucumber on another part of the dish. It just says to leave it whole. The next thing after that says half the olives. I bottom halved already, and thinly slice the red onions. I'm not going to do that until we need it, because I'm the only one that will eat red onion. So once this is out, I'm pretty much done. I'm going to go ahead and cut all this up and get it ready. So here's half the cucumber. Here's the diced cucumber, and here is the lettuce. I'm letting the rice cool down before I put it into anything. I think my potatoes are done to start my potato soup, so that is what I'm going to do now. There's the baked potato soup. I've just got to let it cool off. What I did was add milk until it gets a little bit soup-like and not mashed potato-like. And I added the bacon, salt and pepper, and then I added cheese, shredded cheddar, and I added some Monterey Jack cheese to it. And it's all melted, and I just got to let it cool off. And here are the fries. They are out. And then, as I said, I'm letting the rice cool. And I'm letting that cool over there. So everything's done. I just got to let it cool. I'll show you whenever I have it all packaged up for you. I will say I'm getting more comfortable when it comes to making dressings and And this book has actually made it very more comfortable to, you know, make sauces and stuff that I've never made before, which I'm excited about. So it is teaching me quite a lot. This is the bell pepper stuff. This is all the baked potato soups. Here's the potatoes and here's the rice. I'll just put them in the fridge, and then I'll clean the kitchen. And that is everything ready to go for the next week, which is awesome because I have the baked potato soup in case anything happens, such like I'm late for an appointment and the guys are starving, then they can just heat these things up, put them in a bowl and heat them up. All right. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video diary. I'll see you tomorrow.